You guys, how is it week 6 already of this remote learning? Like, seriously, you're telling me it's been a month and a half since we sat in real class together? That's mind blowing to me. I feel like it's going so slow, but yet I come to these moments, I'm thinking, I can't believe 6 weeks has gone by already. So I don't know if any of you are feeling that same emotion or processing that at all, but it's like hitting me pretty hard today. Um, Checking back in on last week, you guys are turning in some awesome stuff. I can't tell you how much joy it is bringing me just to hear your voices and listen to you talk and discuss the article that you picked and what you learned about combustion. Reading your comments is one of my favorite activities to do today. I'm loving it. So I know that a lot of you guys are not liking the whole video thing and not liking having to record your voice and or face or, all of that, but it really is the best way for me to hear from you and get the emotion in your voice and the understanding and your processing on the assignment. So videos are not going to go away. You don't have one due this week, but you do have one due next week. So hang tight on that and I'll give you some information. I'm going to roll it out next week's assignment. I'm going to roll it out this week because some of you may want some extra processing time to kind of think about it and kind of see what the big picture is so that when it does come live next week, you kind of have an idea in your head of what you want to do. So I'm hoping that will help alleviate it a little bit. It's the final PIAT for the unit. Remember the car commercial thing? That we did back when we had real school with the used car commercial, the guy's girlfriend's Honda. That is what we're coming up to next week. So I'm going to give you some info on it this week so you can start wrapping your brain around it. But hang tight, and I'm going to pop back in here with my desktop screen, and we will run down the assignments for this week. All right, guys, so here is the plan for this week. Basically, your whole theme is alternative fuels for our vehicles. We are very familiar with gas, diesel. We've heard about hybrids, electric. Those are kind of the big ones that we hear a lot about. But there's basically 6 main fuels that you're going to take a peek at. The first thing I want you to do is do a little bit of background digging, and I want you to do that background digging in 2 ways. The first is to check out the pages in the book that talk about these different types of fuels. So you can click on this link, or you can go to page 375 in like a real life book and look through there. But I put this link here. These are the different types of fuels that we have. Each section is a different fuel, so you could just browse through that. You don't have to take notes on this. It's not required to do that. You can if you want, of course, but the whole goal of this background part 1 is to get you thinking about what type of fuel you might be interested in doing a little bit more research on, and then possibly making your commercial on next week for our end of the unit PIAT, putting it all together. So just keep that in the back of your head while you're looking through these. Something that is of interest to you, something that you think you could get creative with. So those are the textbook pages. The next thing on this background part 1 is to watch these 4 ed puzzles. I think they total under 16 minutes total. So they should be fairly quick as far as ed puzzles go, and just give you a visual, some sort of video idea of these different topics here. So check those out. Let me know if you have any questions. You do have to earn a passing score on an ed puzzle for me to give you points in Skyward. So if you do get below a 60%, let me know and I can reset your score and you can do that one again. So make sure you're paying attention and hopefully you pass them all on the first time. Take your time, back up, rewatch, do all those things. So part 2 is kind of the big part of this week. Part 2 you can do individually or with a partner. So you like my guy here? You're gonna have to pick one. They're both pretty much the same assignment. One of them is just laid out to work with another person. Another one is laid out to work on independently. So really, here is the individual, and your goal is to pick one of these 6 fuels that the book talks about. There's page references here. And pick one and do some digging online about them more. If you click on this link, I highly recommend doing this link first. Okay, click here first. This is the page. It's fueleconomy.gov. And if you scroll over the advanced fuels, vehicles and fuels tab, you can see these different fuels, and you can dig a little bit deeper on, maybe the one that you pick. I think this would be a great starting point. Is this the only website you're allowed to use? Absolutely not, but it definitely should be incorporated into your assignment in some way. So that's on there for both the individual and the partner one. So let me show you the partner one. It looks almost identical, except you're comparing to instead of just straight researching to. So here you've got 2 fuels. So you and your partner will pick one of them and answer the same questions, same prompts, everything. And then at the end, start thinking about which one maybe you would want to focus on more, which one has more pros, less cons, all of those things. Oh, there's a spot here to find a couple videos that explain how your vehicle fuel is made, works, all that. So see if you can find a cool video about that. Not like a 30-minute video. Try to keep it 5 minutes or under. And that's pretty much it for this assignment. The one thing that I want you to be thinking about, again, I'm going to say it again, in the back of your head, is you're going to have to pick one of these fuels to do your commercial on. So make sure that that's in the back of your brain. If you want to work on that commercial with a partner, I highly recommend getting connected with that person this week to do this partner research so that you can really be on the same page for the whole thing. So I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm sure I'll talk to you guys shortly. Have a good day. Bye.